Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for October 2025. Not August, October 2025. And what we've got for you today, well, first, we got two brackets. One for Masters event, one from Das Masters. From the Masters event right now, we're going to do a green bracket, round one and round two. It's gonna be Violet versus Evesy, green bracket, top left, that's the one. Violet versus Evesy. Well, that's gonna be a good match, isn't it? And the winner of that will take on Tetristime in round number 2. And all of this is gonna feed into a top 16 match against Pixelandy, who is back and who is knuckle rolling and who is on top of the Tetris world. So that is what we are doing right now. Now, after that, we are going to have a Megadasters purple round one and round two. That's going to be Cobra versus Uf Means Egg and the winner versus Scotto Bozo. So make sure you stick around for that. But right now, Violet versus Evesy, winner versus Tetris time. Let's take a look at the rules. Yes, there are rules in this tournament, believe it or not. And the rules are that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller. So long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical, biological, turbo only. These matches will be best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen, make sure that is turned on. And yeah, uncapped scores, so make sure that score is uncapped. Believe it or not, the points after the traditional max out do count. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game. No incrementing, re-rolling. Players should not receive any advice in game. So while you're playing your game, nobody should be talking to you about your game or about your opponent's game or anything like that. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you. If you do experience technical issues, do not stop playing. Keep playing. Assume that the game that you're on will count. I will see that you're having tech issues, and I will make a judgment. I will give you instructions and, make a decision. All right, so just keep playing, okay? Got it? Good? And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $1,033.47. We had a contribution overnight from Scott Gray. Really appreciate that $1,000 contribution. That gets us over 50% of the way toward our top 8 incentive. We would love to pay the top 8. Prize pool is good because, keeps players coming back. It says, should I play this month? I don't know. I guess I could win a prize. All right, I'll try it. What the heck? And then they come back, and then we all enjoy watching them play. And that is what this is all about. So if you're watching right now, you can contribute to this prize pool. And really, you're the only people who are going to contribute to it. I can't. There's no foundation, trust fund, endowment, anything like that. Certainly no sponsors. If we had a sponsor, I'm sure they'd get canceled immediately. So no sponsors, nothing like that. It's all up to you guys. Prize pools, as always, on CTM, funded 100% by you, the fans. Use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That will bring up the links. And click on the link that says Masters. That is the one. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino, top right-hand corner. That is where you log in. It says log in. So you click on that and you can log in. It's kind of not easy to see immediately, but it's there. So click on that. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. Do not have to go through a separate account creation process or anything like that. And once you're in, the right side corner has a mustard-colored button that says contribute. Now below that, you might see something that says contribution codes. Those are free 25 cents that Matcherino gives us every time someone clicks where it says claim code. We have a limit of 50 and limit of 1 per account. So do log in at least and do the contribution codes. We have 17 codes left. That's just money left on the table. I would love to get those done by the end of this stream. So if you do anything, please do that so I can stop talking about it. I'm tired of bringing up claim codes, especially, you know, I sound like I got dairy in my throat when I say claim codes. You know, it's too much. I don't want to say it anymore. So do them. Thank you. Okay, so that is how to support the players, to support the channel. You get a lot of options, one of which is to go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris and make an ongoing pledge of support to help keep this channel going, just like the people on this slide have done. There would not be Classic Tetris Monthly anymore. It would have been canceled. It would have been done. It would have been over if we didn't have support from you guys. I would not be able to wake up at 5 a.m. and stream Weird Masters Match. I would not be able to do all that all day during the normal work day. It would be impossible to run the tournaments that we do, the size that we do, with the flexibility that we do without your support. So if you want to make an ongoing pledge of support, go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris, just like Scott Gray, J in the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Catkit, Javanti, Jason, and Sunny have done. If there are other ways to support us, and one way to find those is to use the support command while you're watching live. And if you don't like Patreon, there are other ways to make an ongoing contribution. You can do it in PayPal, for example, where you can make a recurring payment, and that is one way to bypass Patreon if you want to. If you're watching on YouTube, you've got super chat, super stickers, super thanks, super comments, super this, super that, channel memberships, gift channel memberships. All those are there. Would love to see some of those from the YouTube side, guys. Would love it. On Twitch, you've got bits, you've got subscriptions, you've got gift subs, multiple gift subs. You can also use an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming sub if you are an Amazon Prime member. So thank you to everyone who is supporting us. Going to flop on over to our game screen, get our players' streams refreshed and working. All right, there's number 18 and number 31, and we'll line all that up. Ba-ba-da-ba, bobbity-bee, ba-ba-da-boo. Here we go. We're babba-da-booing, babba-da-being, European. You know what I'm seeing? All right, here we go. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, where? Oh, you're on. Oh, sorry, I didn't remember your alt. So yeah, I will get that. Thank you. For some reason that didn't work, but okay. There you go. All right, your hair. Evesy's hair. Gonna flop you around. Big violet. You want a big violet little Evesy? All right. Try to make these people reasonably identically sized, if that's possible. It might not be possible. Let's see. Okay, that music means we're going to put the seeds in the chat because it's time to start. Just had another contribution to the prize pool, $65.78 from Madel's Burger. That gets us up to an even 1,100. Thank you, Madel's Burger. Really appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you. The pieces are 3, 8, 1, 4, 3A. My peeps, it is time. That music means it's time to start. So I always play the same 3 songs now at the beginning. You got 10, 11 minutes right at the beginning, and then the music hits and it's time to go. All right, looks like we are ready to go. Let's just check seeds if we can. 3, 8, 1, 4, 3A. Yes, we are ready to go. Violet versus Evesy in a civil war from the United Kingdom. Let's go ahead and get them started. Round 1 of the green bracket. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Violet. You may also know as Phloxae, Phloxae. Violet qualified into seed number 18 with a 1.29 million. That was the average of her best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Phloxae is, or Violet, is from the wonderful island of Great Britain, I guess. Great Britain, UK, England. I don't really know the difference between all these things. The British Isles. You're not from that island. Okay, I don't know where the hell you are. Who knows? Phloxae? I have no idea. Phloxae. I am tired of mispronouncing people's names, so you're just going to take the pronunciations that I give you, and that's it. You're going to accept them. Anyway, Violet, which I do know how to pronounce, has a 1.66 million personal best. That is a top 70 score. And you've seen, where have you seen her? You've seen her playing at CT UK this year, at CTWC, and this year as well. You've seen her with a super high stack here as we get underway in game number 1. Hasn't been in the Masters event, I guess, since May, but we've only had a couple of those. Now, why didn't I don't know why I didn't have a Violet photo before, but anyway, has been in Masters a couple times, been in Mega Masters, plays in Arcadian, appearances in CT UK, Classic Tetris League, Austria. You've seen her there, all over the place. Now playing here, good seed, by the way, 18 seed in Masters is pretty legit. There is a Tetris for Violet 187 on the right side. It is Evesy. Evesy qualified into seed number 31, barely scraping in. Also from the GBR. We're going to say GBR because that is like the official 3-digit code for where Evesy is from. And I cannot get in trouble for saying that because that is the truth. Anyway, Evesy qualified in with a 1.15 million. Has a PB of 2.13 million. That's a top 50 score. Also ranked number 17 in the October Premier poll. The Premier poll is a ranking of competitive Tetris players, both open and DAS playstyles. And you can see the full rankings and methodology over at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. Where have you seen Evesy? Well, you've seen her winning the Classic Tetris UK Championship this year. Took out SV 3-1 in the finals there. You've seen her playing in CTWC for the first time this year, and in Mega Masters for the first time this year. Also a smattering of appearances in Future Circuit, Hopeful Circuit, in our Tap Masters event this year, and in Pumpy's one-day tournament. And probably a bunch of other places as well. Tetris for Evesy, 345, 401 for Violet. These two have played only one match, at least in ranked or, regular Tetris competitions. That was in Classic Tetris League earlier this year. Evesy took that one 3-1. They may have played in other things that are not logged, but as far as what's on the record, the official record books, that is where they have played. It's like, actually, Vandy, they played in Classic Tetris Ding Dongs. I don't know. I don't have access to every single game that's played in any weird stream, guys, okay? 445 for Violet, 444 for Evesy. You would expect two rollers from the UK to have played, more often. But I don't have it on the record. Violet going to take this stack down. Both players are into the 19 phase. Violet at 502 on 20. Evesy 473 on 19. Kind of a misdrop with that S piece for Violet on the left side. And that is going to cause some extra burning on her side. CT Ding Dong. Ding Dong. Remember that? Any knowers? When was that? I mean, that had to be when Harry was still occasionally co-commentating my streams, and that has to be a million years ago. 537 for Violet, 536 for Evesy. So close in score, but Evesy ahead in lines a little bit. So Evesy slightly more efficient. But yeah, once people started to play past 29 and into level 30, couldn't have Harry on there anymore because he's like a level 30 denier. What is he going to do? Stay silent on level 30? $614 for Violet, 551 for Evesy. Yeah, Peace Distros right now, 84 S's, 56 bars. 89 Z's. It's a lot of S's and Z's, and the bars are the lowest, along with squares. 681 for Violet, 607 for Evesy. Oh, that is one thing I did want to do. I forgot in my game scene is I don't want to have it on the screen all the time, but be able to flash the Peace Distro when it comes up. Oh, misdrop with that that S piece for Violet. That's going to slow her down a little bit, maybe allow Evesy to creep back into the lead because Violet's right now at 784, Evesy 676. But again, there's, it's 8 to 10 line difference. And Violet going to uncover that right side. Oh, plugs the well just in time for the bar, but it's okay. Level 28 now for Violet. And we can keep playing past. This used to be the kill screen, and now it's just the thrill screen. And Violet is in at about 867. See what she's able to do. She's got a rollover PB. That is going to be a top out for Violet at 869. 870 is the target for Evesy. She's at 803. 2 Tetrises would do it. They're worth 36,000 on level 30. So, but she does not have to do this by way of the Tetris. She can line out for a long time, just singling and doubling and playing safe. We'll see what she opts to do. They're just used to playing like, okay, I'm setting up for Tetrises, I'm in a rhythm. And then as soon as you know, they start to line out, then all of a sudden it becomes a problem. I know I dropped a few frames there. Sorry about that, y'all. That's on my side. 844 here for Evesy, 869 for Violet. About another 20,000 now to chase down. And Evesy knows the situation. Another 8,000 to go. Violet, don't go off your screen. I want to show the piece distro. People want to know. And there it is. Evesy is good in game number 1. And there, by the way, is the piece distribution for when Violet topped out. 66 squares, 73 bars, and then just an S-ton of S's and Z's. All right, the new pieces are here. Evesy takes game number 1. You're getting ads. Is anybody rich in the chat and can give Evesy a sub to the channel? You wish you could, says Chen. All right, 249 AB7. Cousin Avi, oh my God, has gifted a sub to Evesy. Thank you so much, Avi. Appreciate that. All right, it looks like we are ready for game number 2. Let's get him started. Really appreciate that, Avi. Give you a refresh? All right, I will. Oh, and Violet gets one as well. Isn't that very kind? Thank you, Avi. Appreciate that. Chen says low-key trying to get Prime to work. Yeah, you got to do something to connect your accounts or use the same email or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but appreciate it, Chen. Love to have you as a sub. All right, Evesy waiting on the T piece, so of course it doesn't come in, so. All right, we are underway. Game number 2. Sorry for frame drop. Doesn't happen that often. I don't very often drop frames, so usually there's an issue with the stream. It's not on my side. All right, Violet digging. Making progress. Okay, gonna open up that right. And there's the Tetris for Evesy. And, you know, you love to see it. You love to see it when they're digging. And, you know, you can tell just from the player's body language, they don't really consider the dig to be completed until they get the Tetris. Like, they could be totally clean stack, open Tetris well, burns available, but they don't really consider it complete until that Tetris is achieved. Because that is when the tension leaves their bodies. So 177 for Violet, 175 for Evesy. Ego Chip says, I'm always doing the tucks too early and messing up. It's how I lose most games. Yeah, you just got to practice it. Just tuck everything you can. Tetris for Violet, 226, 184 for Evesy. Oh, nice combo there for Evesy to clean up this board a bit. I'll have to watch that again. All right, Violet here with adjustment. Doesn't quite work out. And just kind of misdropping here, so Violet going to have to recover. 229. Evesy still clean, so we'll probably have a chance to take the lead. And there's a Tetris for Evesy. Put that S vertical. That takes 2 lines to clear that away. Tetris Evesy, 266. So Violet's still fighting. And is now clean. $292 Violet, 311 for Evesy. All right, there's a Tetris Violet, 315. Nearly simul Tetris for those two as well. About a 41,000 point lead for Violet. Evesy a few lines back though. Ego Chip says, whenever I see the name Violet, I think of a Mercedes, sauna, and room for a pony. And also someone who turned into a blueberry. I wonder if anyone gets those references. Well, everybody knows Blueberry, right? Everybody knows Willy Wonka. What was Mercedes, sauna, and room for a pony? I don't know what that is. Tio says blueberry is a type of berry, I think. No, the idea is Willy Wonka. Or Source? Blueberry is a type of berry? Source? All right, we are into level 19. Violet, 503, 543 for Evesy. All right, there's a Tetris Violet, 528. Evesy is in at 568. Violet sets up again. There's a Tetris Violet, 605. 621 for Evesy. Evesy back by 7 lines. There's a Tetris for Violet. Level 21 for her, 20 for Evesy. Tetris for both. Evesy 10 lines back and about 7,000 points ahead. Oh, it's from Keeping Up Appearances. Got it. I haven't watched that in like decades. Tetris for Violet, 764. 763 Evesy, so close in score. Evesy not setting up any spicy center well. Tetris is here on 19. Opted to take a more burn-ready board here. Gets a long bar over. It's going to fix this little mistake. The bar would help out a lot. Chopping it down. You have the DVD box set. I had it at one point when I was a younger man. $7.99 for Evesy, $9.30 for Violet. So Violet has gotten out to a big lead, 12 lines ahead, but this is a real lead, over 100,000 point lead. But still plenty of Tetris to go, potentially. We've got, max out here for Violet, level 27. There's a Tetris for Violet, A36. It's about 125,000 points ahead, but Evesy back by about 10 lines. A couple more Tetrises. 1.1 into 29 for Violet. See what she can do here on 29. There's a Tetris Evesy 982, B17 Violet. Evesy into 29. Gets the max out with that single. Trying to stay alive here before the board gets too vertical. Big lead here for Violet, but the board's starting to collapse. And yeah, that is going to do it. Violet going to top out at B44. The target for Evesy, B45. That left side's going to be tough. And no, that is going to be a top out, and Violet, it is going to tie up the match at a game apiece. GG's. I've had just about enough of this like wrong Tetris category. Like my restream.io changes it back to the wrong Tetris like every time I do a stream. So I got to figure out how to get it to stay with the correct Tetris category on Twitch. I've had it. I've really had it. Six FAC34. No seeds got pinned. All right. Any pinners? 6 FAC34. All right. Looks like both players ready. Game number 3 time between Violet and Evesy. Here in round 1, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. See, in restream.io, you can set the category, but when you, at least in the OBS console, when you search for Tetris, all you get is a list, like a list of 20 different Tetris. It just says Tetris, 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 like a big list, undifferentiated Tetris. So you just, and then, you know, you try to pick the right one so it adopts it next time, and it's just impossible. So maybe there's a way I can fix that. It's so annoying. Ogus Han said, I wanted to say YouTube is better, but then came the YouTube ad. I mean, that's my fault. Now, there is an easy way to get rid of ads on YouTube, and that is to become a channel member and support the channel. You know, you get so much enjoyment month after month. Well, at least I think you do. From Classic Tetris Monthly, that a way to support us is, you know, become a channel member. I thought you were about to say ad blocker. I mean, I guess you can do that. But I don't know. Me, I'm in the habit of, like, if I like something, I support it, you know, if I can. Or YouTube Premium. If you have YouTube Premium, that, you know, that helps us too. So. But, you know, channel member is good. 109 for Evesy, 208 for Violet. Somebody ban that spammer. There's a mod in chat. Thank you, Zempro. Tuki says, I can't live without YouTube Premium nowadays only because of the ability to play videos while not on the app. I agree. I couldn't cancel it now at this point if I wanted to, which I did try to at one point, but you know, you can add people on your account and have it apply to them, and Sue would kill me because, you know, she just every night it's ASMR videos to get to sleep. And you don't want a big blaring like mortgage ad or, you know, liberty, liberty, liberty. You don't need that when you're trying to go to sleep. Tetris Jazz with the Prime sub, 33 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Tetris Jazz. Lee-moo, Emu, and Doug. Right? You don't want that either. $377 for Violet, $323 for Evesy. You know there are ASMR streamers on Twitch. I don't think she likes a streamer. And she's not listening to like people in bikinis, you know, streaming ASMR. She's just kind of, she like, well, I don't know if I'm giving away too much, but she likes crinkly paper. Like she likes like gifts being unwrapped, things being like packed in paper, crinkly paper. That's what she likes. $398 for Violet, $375 for Evesy. Cube Up Jesus says, I'll record my printer paper jamming. Yeah, she'll love it. You know, anything like moving beads around. I think she likes that. It does nothing for me, but helps her get to sleep. 428 for Evesy, 451 for Violet. I guess the only thing that I do for like white noise, I have this one video on YouTube that I go to all the time when I need to work and I just need to focus. Here, I'll see if I can find it. $497 for Violet, $474 for Evesy. There's a Tetris Violet. This is the one. This one, if I just need to sit down and focus and get some work done. 567 here for Violet, 522 for Evesy. This is the one. I'm going to put it in chat right now. No, it's not a Rickroll. I'm telling you what it really is. This is the real one, guys. Oh wait, why isn't this working? 598 for Violet, 574 for Evesy. I don't like Rickrolling. I think it's kind of stupid. I always did. Oh, it's like really not going in. I don't know why that is. All right, level 20 up, getting pretty high for Violet. Going to open up that right side, looking for a bar. Gets the bar, brings it down. Really like another one, I think. And there it is. 656 for Violet, 610 for Evesy. All right, this should be it. This is the one that I really like. This just gets me in a trance, and I can just work forever and ever, and I just put it on loop for a couple hours. I made a comment on it 3 years ago, if you can see, saying this is my favorite. 772 for Violet, 705 for Evesy. There's another Tetris Violet, 832, 706 Evesy. I also like, occasionally I'll put on, if I need variety, I'll put on something called brown noise, which sounds like something else, but it's a type of white noise. It's 936 for Violet, 831 for Evesy. All right, Tetris Violet max out, A36. Evesy significantly behind. 150,000 point lead for Violet. Guam says, I'd worried that the aliens are about to attack with those sounds in the background. It does sound like that a little bit. A83 for Violet, 946 for Evesy. And Violet with a tough stack here. Nothing over to the left. That's going to be a tap out for Violet at A85. 100,000 point chase down required for Evesy. Needs to get to A86, and that board is high on the center there. He's bringing it down, though. She's got the max. And she's brought it all the way down. So this is all up to Evesy now. A86 is the target. And we've seen her do a pretty good chase down once already. But what I really do most... Oh, boy, that bar to the left did not get over. This is going to be tough. Could she get anything over? And yes, she does. A74. So a few thousand points to go now. And there it is. That is going to do it. Evesy's going to take game number 300,000 point post 29 chase down. Shaking. She is shaking. All right, you need 2 minutes. That's fine. I'll run some ads. All right, players need a little bit of a break. That's okay. Here, we'll see how I do. We'll see how I do. See if I can get a virtual max here. All right. Waiting for my TV to turn on. There we go. All right, level 23, 700K transition trainer. See if I can get a max for y'all. Fake max out. This is nerve-wracking. 1. Oh, dead. Rip. All right, as soon as both players are sat down and have entered the pieces, then I will stop annoying you all. Oh, no. All right, both players are sat down, and you can stop. All right, the pieces are here. I have delivered them, and they are pinned by Winter. Oh, my God, I got a real cheer for 10,000 bits. Oh, my God, Sebi, you made me so excited. Oh, wait, it's fake. Oh, I'm disappointed and demoralized and never want to do CTM again. Oh. Thanks anyway, Sebi. You're a real pal. All right, the pieces are here. 143 F32. 143 F32. Cute Pup Jesus says, I routinely create brown noise in private. Well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 4, Violet. Looking to tie it up here and force a deciding game number 5. Tetris Violet, 22,801 points. That one push down point. Tetris for Evesy, 93,000, 91,000 now, 114 after a Tetris for Violet. So all Tetrises and one push down point. Evesy got some push down as well. You know, not easy to get. I mean, I wouldn't say not easy, but not something you're routinely seeing from rollers getting push down points. All right, 206 for Violet, 167 Evesy. So what I really do, though, I mean, mostly when I, just need to get some work done. So I will put that video on, certainly, that brown noise video. But mostly I just rotate in the same, 5 TV shows that I pretty much know by heart. Like House and Frasier and Cheers and a couple others. And I just know them by heart, and I can listen to them. And it's kind of like just listening to the same familiar music. 238 for Evesy, 275 for Violet. You're like that with Seinfeld? Yeah, I've only watched it through a couple of times. So I try to just, have the same. What other shows do I use for that? Oh, I will put Star Trek's on, although I'm a little bit more distracted by Star Trek. Like Next Generation, the 90s, 80s and 90s era Trek I'll put on. I've seen them a billion times. All right, Tetris for Violet, 378. All right, that left side for Violet is a problem. This has got to come down. So now, okay, gets a bar over. All right, chopping this down row by row. Yeah, I know there's at least a couple other shows that I put on. 405 here for Violet, 400 for Evesy. But I can just have those shows running in the background all the time. A whole full day of work, I'll get through an entire season. Oh, there we go. Violet finally bringing this down. And pumped. So Violet in the lead, but also ahead in lines by a little bit. Oh, Friends I can do. And I probably have the first seven seasons, more or less. More or less down cold. 471 for Violet, 484 for Evesy. Evesy with a Tetris, 534. There's another Tetris Violet, 572, 10,000 points ahead, also 9 lines ahead. Chen says, mine's The Office. Yeah, I haven't really watched through The American Office. Mostly because the UK Office is, I don't know, quite possibly my favorite TV show ever. And so it just feels weird to watch the American one. $634 for Violet, 601 for Evesy. Yeah, I tried watching, season 1, but I was I'd rather just watch the real Office. Oh, nice T-spin there for Violet. All right, she's bringing this down. Evesy now in the lead. Oh, no, that left side with those J's. This is a problem. I don't know what Evesy can do, and the answer is nothing. And Violet is going to top out, and Evesy is good in game number 4 and is going to take this match 3-1. Watermelon Cowboy says, Vandy, have you seen Police Squad? Yeah, a couple of times. I really did like it when I was a kid. I had it on, I don't know, probably VHS or something. And they would show it in syndication, like on some channel or other. I don't remember. It might have shown it on Comedy Central, maybe too. All right, so Evesy is good. You will be moving on. I'm going to report this to the authorities. You've been reported. GG's Violet. Good to have you. Hope to see you again. Future events. All right, Evesy just going all the way here. See how far she can get. And that is how far, 29. Okay, well, time to bring in Tetristime, seed number 15. So goodbye 18 and hello 15. Why is Tetristime a picture of eyeball? Why is that? Oh, that's why. Okay. Kind of look related, right? A little bit. Okay, so time for Tetris time. You're live. Yeah, I just got to refresh you, that's all. All right. And we'll get you all situated. Camera moved around. We'll do that. Reset that transform so I don't have to F with it. All right, there we go. Feel free to keep playing so I can adjust stencil. That would be good. But anyway, I'll go ahead and give you guys some pieces. You need another minute to warm up. That's fine. Okay, your stencil is perfect. It was just the transform. Why is Evesy's capture so good? Mine has blurry text. Sounds like a skill issue there, Sebi. No break? Yeah, I said you could take a break if you need it. I literally just said take a moment to warm up, whatever you need. What do you need? Don't at me. I didn't tell him to stop using the camera stencil. I just said tell streamers that you're gonna do it, and you're probably gonna want to use the camera stencil. By the way, it's called Ghetto Cam, not camera stencil. Ghetto Cam and stencil. I didn't tell him to stop using it. I just said you're gonna want to use it. But the fact is, a lot of restreamers are gonna have like a scene that is set up for the stencil, and you're gonna make extra work for them. And I know no one's ever complained. Okay, that's fine. You still might be making extra work for them, so even if they're not complaining. Like, is that the standard? Oh, as long I'll do anything I want so long as no one complains about it. Like, some people are just too, nice to complain. I'll just do whatever I want to people until they start complaining. That's not a way to go through life. Actually, your camera is $500, so it's not ghetto. Well, maybe you could shell out the $14 for a capture card then. All right, the pieces are here: 7B0B8F. 7B0B8F. All right, looks like Tetristime is ready. Both players are ready. Both players are on seed. You always got to check with B's and 8s, but they've done very well. All right, let's go ahead and get them started. Tetristime and Evesy. Round 2, the winner goes to the round of 16 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it's Tetristime, seed number 15 from the United States of America. Tetristime qualified in with a 1.38 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Tetristime has got a PB in the bot of 5.2 million, which would be good for a top 15 score if it were on the overall scoreboard leaderboard spreadsheet, which it is not, but that's what's in the bot, so that's what I went with. I'm going to trust people to put the right score in there. Tetristime is ranked number 20 in the most recent Premier poll. You can find the full results over at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. You have seen Tetristime all over the Tetris world, played in gold bracket of CTWC 6 times, and has finished as high as the top 8, which he did in 21. We've also seen him play in Mega Masters. He's a 2-time Challenger Circuit winner, and he's got a bunch of regional wins. In 2025, won the Phoenix Regional, won the Vegas Regional, won the Washington Regional, and the Kansas City DAS Silver Bracket Regional. In addition to those 2 Challengers win, Also took second in the Kansas City Open Regional, second to Blue Scooty. And you also seen him play in Tap Masters and the Columbus Regional. Genesis earlier this year. You've seen him all over the place. Former table tapper, now a roller, and having a lot of success at regionals. On the right side of your screen, it is Evesy, seed number 31 from the UK. Evesy defeated Violet in round 1 to make it here to round 2. And Evesy, you have seen very recently winning the Classic Tetris UK Championship back in August. You've also seen her play in Mega Masters this year, at the CTWC this year. She made her monthly Masters debut, I believe, in August, right? So the previous month was her first time in the monthly Masters event, though she did play in Mega Masters as well. Also played in Pumpy's one-day tournament and in Tap Masters this year. .305 for Tetristime, 346 for Evesy here in game number 1. Tetristime got that 5.2 yesterday. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Congratulations, Tetristime. Jazzy Josh says, yeah, you got that 5.2 yesterday. So he's running hot. .376 for Tetristime, 394 for Evesy. And these two have not faced each other in a ranked match or even in a friendly match, at least according to the match database. So this is another matchagami. Eventually, you know, everyone's going to play everyone. That is the goal. 473 for Evesy, 454 for Tetristime. The winner of this match will move on to the round of 16 to take on Pixel Andy, who is having a year. Tetris for Tetristime into 19 at 5:07. Evesy just going to take that triple in, also in at 5:07, so pretty much tied. As they enter level 19, the speed is increased by 50%. Instead of 3 rows per frame, it's now 2 rows per frame. Level 21, Tetris is here worth 26,400. They'll increment 1,200 points every time the level goes up. When the level goes up, you'll know it because the colors will change. Look at that. Classic Tetris 101 info for the newbies out there. Evesy 647, 624 for Tetristime. Oh, I mean frames per row, not rows per frame. Yeah, frames per row, not rows per frame. That would be very fast. 3 rows per frame? I'm confused. Guys, I'm so sorry. I said something wrong on the internet, and Evesy just did something wrong on the internet, which is hanging that bar to the left, so she's going to have to chop this down. This is going to be really tough. Those L's to the left are the big hero. Oh, no, that is going to be a top out for Evesy, and Tetristime is good in game number 1. Yeah, frames per row, not rows per frame. Sorry. A little bit of a grammatical spoonerism. All right, so Tetristime, you are good. You can start a max streak if you want to. That's fine. Players want to go for that max out streak. Your stream is like 20 seconds behind. Let me refresh both of them just to be 1,000,000,000% sure that they are, well, at least I'm doing everything I can do. 15 and 31. All right, the new pieces are there. A2, FB, 3F. Oh, it happened in August? Got it. Well, maybe somebody who is on the NES Tetris leaderboard updating group can update it in there. So. Oh, you got 1,284 lines, Rip, so close to colors. Okay, looks like both players are on seed. Both players, I think. Are ready. So, all right. You can signal ready with the select key, just so you know. All right, there it is. Looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Tetristime up 1 game to none. Tetristime throwing himself on the bed, bouncing up and down. TO, that is correct. 2 rows per frame for 39. Again, I apologize very sincerely for having reversed 2 words when I was speaking extemporaneously here on stream. My apologies. Imagine making a verbal gaffe on the internet. All right, Evesy on the board with a couple of Tetrises. Tetristime looking for his first one. All right, Tetris Evesy 114. All Tetrises so far. Tetristime finally gets his first couple Tetrises. All right, let me just go ahead and refresh one of these streams here. Oh, wait. There we go. We're okay. All right. Tetris for Tetristime, 108 through 33. 166 through 36 for Evesy. We do have another bracket tonight. It's going to be scheduled to start in 43 minutes. It's a Mega Dasters bracket featuring Cobra versus Uf Means Egg, winner versus Scotto Bozo. All right, nice adjust there for Tetristime with that square and that eyepiece. And he's just waiting out the next eyepiece. And there it is, Tetris for Tetristime, 270. And nice adjust there for Evesy, dirty Tetris. Another Tetris for Tetristime, 318, 314, Evesy. Oh, it sets up another adjustment there for the dirty Tetris. So getting them up high. And another regular old boring column 10, row 0 Tetris for Evesy as well. $387 for Tetristime, $391 for Evesy. And Longbar gets over Tetris for Tetristime. Not 100% sure what's happening over on his side, but I think it's like moving a mouse to refresh a stream or something. Not exactly sure, but all right, there's a Tetristime 489 and another one. So virtual dead heat. Although now that the lines are closer, Tetristime is ahead. Not sure what he was doing. We'll have to find out. Tetris for Tetristime into 19,582. Evesy was also in at about 540. There's a Tetris for Tetristime, 606. Another Tetris for Tea Time. Oh, wait. We have some Brits in the chat. Tea Time means something entirely different. $684 for Tetristime, $655 for Evesy. There's another Tetris for Evesy, $685. He's on 22, and Tetristime just getting into 22. Tetris Evesy 714. Tetristime's board a little bit in disarray, but low. We'll see what he's going to do here. Can he set up for a dirty? Yes, and he gets it. He approves. Thumbs up. Hey. All right, some little adjusts here for Tetristime. 760. 806 for Evesy. Score lead, but also 5 lines ahead. It's a virtual dead heat. There's a Tetris Evesy 840, level 25. And we also have Tetris tomorrow, everyone. We have got, starting at 1 p.m. Texas time, which is 18 UTC, there's a Mega Dasters, DMJ Nerd the Box, and Robin. There's a solo match at, let's see, 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 5, 21 UTC. Wallband versus Cobra in Masters. 9:53 for Tetristime, 9:50 for Evesy. And then 10 p.m. Texas time, there's another solo match in Mega Dasters, round 2, Jacobo versus Oscar. And that is late here in the U.S., so I don't think Europe, you're going to be watching that. Max outs for both. They're on 28. Careening toward level 29. Tetristime with the 1.1, B32, A41 for Evesy. Tetris into 29 for Evesy at A77. So about a 50 to 60,000 point lead right now for Tetristime. Evesy with the better board though, and a Tetris B25. Tetristime cleans up his board. Now we're going to start building again. And a Tetris for Tetristime B93. Tetris is on level 30, worth 49,200. And now on 31, 50,400. Do you refer to Central Time as Texas Time, Vandy? Yes, I do. Evesy here, left side, is kind of a mess, but there's a Tetris for Tetristime, C87. Evesy would love an L piece, gets one, and oh no, stands that up. And that is going to do it for Evesy. Tetristime is good in game number 2 with a D33 on level 33. Oh, did I say 50,000? I meant, God, my mental math is really bad today. Level 32 is 39,600. I was multiplying by the wrong number, so sorry about that. I was totally... My math is just so off. I'm blaming the molds. You guys know that my math before the mold problem was impeccable. Unimpeachable. All right, there you go. Tetristime is good. Anyway, yeah, 36,000 on 29, 1,200 up every da-da-da. Okay, there you go. New pieces are here. Do you think Oklahoma also calls it? Tetristime, if you're wondering what I was reaching for, I was trying to refresh the stream because the stream was behind for me for some reason. That's what we figured. Why is there still mold there? Good question. We had a good 2 weeks without it. And then it kind of started up again. They cut it all out of the walls. They sheetrocked in the walls. Everything was fine. Painted over, looking good. 2 weeks later, we smell it again. So there's just something leaking that's causing moisture behind the walls. You restarted the stream? Okay, We'll get there. We'll get it fixed. Here we go. Ready? Ba-boom. You have the old pieces, Evesy. Your voice here on Twitch is so much clearer than YouTube. Is that right? Really? That's weird. Shouldn't be. Why would that be? A621C8. Yes, A621C8. All right, both players are ready. Let's get them started. Tetris time up. 2 games to none. Looking to wrap it up right now. Evesy needs to win. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The double long bar opening, right? So that is not possible, right? On the original game cartridge. Only possible with a fixed piece set, right? Isn't that right? Did I just make something up? That's correct. That is correct. All right, Evesy's probably correcting me right now, as usual. Par for the course. All right, Tetris for Evesy, 93,000. Tetristime going to get his first one. 34,000. We lost 100 subscribers over our hiatus month of September. Poorly planned because obviously it is September, where subs are cheaper. So, but I didn't really have much of a choice. So if you find yourself unsubscribed, consider resubscribing over on Twitch. And support Classic Tetris Monthly, and support my ability to take streams at all hours of the day. You know, we got streams all this week happening during the regular workday that I would not otherwise be able to take, and yet I can do it because of your support. So consider supporting us. Twitch is good. YouTube is good. Patreon, good. I mean, to do it, you might not like Patreon. There are other ways to support us using the support command as well. Mold remediation timber? Yeah, pretty much. 180 for Tetris time. Longbar gets over 203 and another one, 226. 281 for Evesy. Another Tetris for Tetris time, 273, 332 for Evesy. right, Tetris for Evesy 402. 364 for Tetristime. So what, hey, everybody in chat, what regionals are coming up? Obviously, Jonas Cup is coming up. But what else is there regional-wise for the last few months of the year? Or is that it? Is it over? They sort of go on hiatus over the holidays or what? Tetris for Tetristime 435. 474 for Evesy. Tetris is Jover. Colombia is this weekend. Kingsman, they gonna fly you down there? $462 for Tetristime, $522 for Evesy. They're both going to get Tetrises. About 13 lines to go until 19. Who's organizing that one? Is it like Richard Wolf or something? Who's organizing it? They can't afford you? Oh, yeah. $580 for Tetristime, 19, $556 for Evesy. Well, you and I, Kingsman, are in the same boat. No one can afford us, right? The highest, probably the most tenured commentary duo out there, and no one can afford it. Tetristime scrambling up near the top of the board. You bring this down. Oh, there's a dirty Tetris for Tetristime. Really nice to keep that open. It was pretty much top Tetris or top out. They're still fighting. Evesy now in the lead. And a Tetris for Tetristime. So dig complete. Wow. I did not think he was going to get out of that. But why was I doubting? I don't know. But he is behind by a little bit. 713 through 175, 746 through 172 for Evesy. All right, both are going to get a Tetris. 3,000 points apart. Tetristime ahead by 6 lines. So still pretty close. Tetris for Tetristime, 864. Other Tetris Evesy 901. All right, Tetristime going to open up the column 10 well. A skimming at Tetris there for Tetristime, 906, 909 for Evesy. There's Tetrises again for both. Another Tetris Evesy. Tetristime opens up the well just in time for the long bar. Evesy with the max on 27. Tetristime is into 28. Other Tetris for Evesy. Evesy with the real-time and pace lead. Waffy in chat says, double 1.4, I'm calling it. I mean, very possible, if not more. A87 entry into 19 for Tetristime. And a Tetris for Evesy B49 into 29. There's a nice triple for Evesy to bring this down. Tetristime is set up, taking the burns, taking a triple, just burning the whole thing right back down. So is Evesy. Tetristime back by 60,000 points, ahead by 4 lines. Tetristime is set up, burns it down. A skimming of Tetris there for Tetristime, B70. And Evesy going to top out at B92. The target for Tetristime is B92. Not sure what happened there for Evesy, but that is going to do it. And Tetristime is good. Not sure what happened there, but I think just one hang after another, and there's just not much you can really do. You can't maneuver a lot up there. So Tetristime is good. And we'll be moving on to the round of 16 to take on Pixel Andy. So Tetristime going to have to fight through one of the hottest Tetris players going right now. But GG's Evesy, you did well. You played well. This is not going to happen this month, but hope to see you again. Well, there's 1.4. Yeah, there you go. You had it half right, Guafi. Oh, nice. Nice burns there. Nice survival. You're going to be able to eke it out. There's one. Could do it. Trying to not take the burn, but has to take the burn. And no, not going to be able to get that rollover. And that is going to do it. Tetristime, you are good. Congratulations to you. I have reported it to the centralized Tetris reporting authority. So it is official. We will take a look. Top right-hand corner, Pixel Andy is into the top 16. And you can see where we're at with the top 16. Akatu is in to take on Dangler. Tetristime in to take on Pixel Andy. Okay, in about 20 minutes, we will have another stream's going to be a Mega Dasters stream. Evesy, Floxe, Tetris Jazz. 2 of those were from Cousin Avi. Thank you, Cousin Avi, for the gift, and Tetris Jazz for the Prime resub. Appreciate that. Patrons, thank you. Patreon.com/monthly. Tetris, Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, Kanan, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim Emerald, Potato, Kaka, Java, T, Jason, Sunny, and everybody else on the slide. Thank you for your support. Prize pool is up to 1,100 thanks to Madelsberger and a few other people who did the contribution codes like D. Bradley and Mr. Brain and Big Pile Guam. Thank you very much. All right, we'll see y'all in 20 minutes. YouTube, you are dismissed. Mega Dasters, 20 minutes. See you then. Bye-bye. And Twitch, you know, I guess we'll raid you somewhere because why not? We'll go to Classic Tetris League. And check out whatever they have going on over there. All right. See you in 20 minutes. This is for Zero or Zro. Okay. You did it. Avenged. Zro.